Today we're going to learn the recitation for key signatures, which determine which notes you will play. And of course these go right along with your scale. So hopefully at this point you've at least played your B-flat major scale, which if you are a tuba, a flute, a keyboard percussion instrument, a trombone, or a euphonium, you probably read this one. Some of you read no flats and no sharps. That would be clarinet and trumpet, and that is actually a key signature as well. Concert B flat, that would be C for you. And then French horn, you would read 1, so that would be yours. All of our instruments use these things, and we got to talk about what they mean. So for the first one, if you see a key signature, whether in treble clef or in bass clef, with 1 flat in it, it will always be B flat. Here's why. Every good boy, that means all B's are to be played flat for everything to the right of the clef. For bass clef, good boys. So it's on the second line. All B's are flat in both cases. So what we're going to do here is we're going to write, play all B's flat. For the second one, we have 2 flats, all B's and F-A-C-E. It's in the 4th space. It's an E flat. And let's check our bass clef. All cows eat. Yes, it is. And the first one stays the same. So it's going to be play all B's, comma. Actually, I'm going to take out that comma. Play all B's and E's flat. And write it just like I did there. Next one down, we're going to have 3 flats. All B's, E's, and F-A. A's flat. B, E, check it out. All cows eat grass. It's in the A space. So we're going to write here B's, comma, E's, comma, and A's flat. I'm going to scroll up here and look at the next 3, and all we're going to do for today's purposes and this week are the flat ones. So on this one we have B, E, A, and it's on a line. Every good boy does. So it's going to be a D flat. Play all B's, E's, A's, comma, and D's flat. Now we're going to have 5 flats in our key signature. This time I'm going to look at the bass clef first. All B's, E's, A's, D's, and it's on the first line. Good boys do fine always. So it is a G. We're going to write B's. Leave yourself enough space here. E's, A's, D's, and G's flat. And if we had 6, we could actually have up to 7. But we're only going to go up to 6 for these purposes, for the purposes of this sheet. Okay? And if we have 6, B's, E's, A's, D's, G's, and it's in the 3rd space, F-A-C, C's flat. All cows, guess what? In bass clef it's the same. So now we need to write B's. Notice it's additive again. E's, A's, D's, G's, comma, and C's. So you can see that we basically write the same thing, we just add a letter for each one. That's how you do the flats. Now down at the bottom here, I want you to write this in the space below. Order of flats. This is an actual musical term. And the order that the flats obviously appear are going to be in the last one here. And there's actually 7. We could have a total of 7 flats because we have 7 different notes. So the order of flats is B, E, A, D. I'm going to put these guys around it. And then over here I'm going to put greatest, common factor. That's how you can make it really easy to remember. In other words, bead, greatest common factor, or bead GCF. And you can see in the example provided above here, B, E, A, D, G, C, F would be the last one. So that's the order of flats, and they always appear in this area here, just to the right of the clef, we call the key signature. Now let's talk about the sharps, and this will go much faster because we've already gone over the flats. So, in this case, that's on the F line. Play all Fs sharp. If I'm going to go faster, it's because you already know the process for figuring it out. The second one is going to be play all Fs and Cs sharp. The third one, because it's additive, Fs, Cs, and Gs sharp. And the fourth one, play all Fs, Cs, Gs, and in this case, every good boy does, so it's on the D. You can check it in bass clef too. Sharp. Let's scroll down. Obviously, it's going to be the 4 above plus a new one, so we're finding out our order. Fs, Cs, Gs, Ds, and all cows eat grass, so A. And up here at the top, it's face, F-A. So it's on the second space. So we're going to say, and A's. You know the name for A sharp is? B flat. Another name for D sharp is E flat. Okay, and the one below here, this is the last one, because we only go up to 6 sharps, at least in middle school. Play all Fs, Cs, Gs, Ds, A's, and E's sharp. Now, an E sharp is also called F natural, and that just means you go up a half step. That'll make sense when you get to the worksheet that discusses that in your written assignments. Okay, now we need to write over here order, and I want you to do the same. Order of sharps in our key signature. Okay? So, this one we can use this. Fat cats go down alleys eating bugs. And I'm going to underline each one. F, C, G, D, A, E, B. Now what's interesting here is you notice that the order of flats go this way. You don't have to draw this here. I'm just showing you this. And the order of sharps is backwards. So if I wanted to do bead, greatest common factor, you'll find it goes this way. That's pretty neat. Okay, so you can see here, and I'm just going to point this out. Let's say we'll use this guy. B, E, A, D, greatest common factor. B, A, D, greatest common factor. Or fat cats go down alleys eating bugs. So what I'm telling you is, as long as you know one of them, you know that the other is backwards, and you can figure it out. Ultimately, you're going to end up memorizing these. Musicians just do that. We need to know our key signatures, and we play our scales. And now, you should be ready to start your recitation on this. And if you do this your first year of band, then everything else should be easier in the future, knowing your note names and your fingerings.